Hey everybody, this is My Collectables coming back with my first video of 2024. Happy New Year to everybody. As you can see, I'm still not in my studio. I'm still away on vacation, but I will be back there soon. So I apologize for the quality of the video, but we'll be back to normal quite soon. But I'm here to cover the Marvel Mighties Part 2 drop. This is the X-Men drop that goes to the crafting of Carnage. And then, of course, Venom will be coming up soon, with the next series of Marvel Mighty drops. I'm going to break this down for you, give you a little bit of an update on the prices of the first ones, from the Avengers drop, with the Scarlet Witch and, of course, with Falcon and how much it's looking and how much those are costing because Carnage looks like he's going to be cheaper, to craft than people initially thought, right? So I'll break it down for you. I'll break this drop down for you and give you my price predictions on these ones as well, as this stuff looks like a lot of fun. And my plan is to craft these, Venom and Carnage. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what make those even more special for sure. So if you do like this video, make sure you hit like and please comment down below. Let me know what you think. I want to know what your plan is. You got to share it with everyone else. If you still don't know if you want to craft Carnage or Venom from these Marvel Mighties, then, just let us know that too if you're still trying to decide. But if you have a plan down, then let us know because it's all good information for all of us to have. But let's get into this, you guys, right here. We have got the Marvel Mighties that are coming out. Check these out. These are the X-Men. And of course, a lot of people are relieved that Wolverine is not in here as his first appearance. Now, I don't really mind as well. I think the Marvel Mighties are picking up steam, and these ones, are having some animation to them just in regards to special effects and things like that. So they're pretty cool for sure. They're a lot, better as time goes on. The Marvel Mighties have been picking up, like, in terms of their quality. And that last drop we had with the Avengers, specifically with like War Machine and the Scarlet Witch, and a few others, they look really fantastic, right? But here, is my video. If you want to go watch that last one about how to do it, I break down the whole thing about how to craft. So that's my previous video. I'll put that in the description of this one as well. If you want to go back and watch that one, that's where I broke down, the initial drop. My price predictions on those actually came quite close, which is pretty cool. This is the Venomized ones you're going to need to get Carnage, okay? All four of these you're going to need. We got two already. We don't have the symbiote crafting material, which is going to be sold for 15 gems, which is coming soon. And basically the way it works is you collect the two first characters from the Avengers drop, which is the Scarlet Witch and the Falcon. You can see she's in the middle. He's on the far right-hand side if you're looking at the screen. You got to get the crafting material, which is the symbiote material, which we haven't seen yet. That's going to be 15 gems. You need one for each of these, okay? You got the two more characters that are showing up in this drop, which is Storm and Beast. Once you have all four of those characters as Mighties from these drops, you get 4 crafting materials. You can Venomize them, and then you'll be able to craft Carnage after that, which is going to be cool. The whole process will repeat itself for Venom with the 2 extra drops that are coming up with the Marvel Mighties, in early 2024. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But these are the 4 characters you'll need. And the cool part is you're going to have all of these characters in your collection. You're not burning anybody. So you're going to get the crafted, Carnage. You're going to also keep the Venomized Mighties. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. And these Mighties are cheap in the aftermarket. People were thinking that this might cost a lot, but if you actually look at the Scarlet Witch in the market right now, she's under retail at about 13 gems. And of course, the Falcon over there on the far right side, this is the Venomized versions, of course, but the Falcon, he's sitting at about 7 gems. So, it's not 30 to get these, it's more like about 20. So if you do that again with Beast and of course with Storm, because Storm's not a first appearance in this Mighty, but Beast is, you're probably looking at about another 40 gems there. Sorry, about 20 gems there. So 40 in total. Then if you add the crafting materials, you're looking at, that's going to be 60 minimum. So that's about 100 or so. And then you're going to spend that 50 gems, of course, to do Carnage. So it's going to be probably somewhere around 150, 130 to 150 in that range to actually get Carnage and Venom for sure. People are thinking 170 minimum, but actually it's going to be cheaper. So I think this is going to be really good. And I actually do think that those characters, especially Carnage, for sure. I mean, if we don't really know if he's going to be like animated or not, We haven't been confirmed on that. And if he's animated and he's just a single solo set as an FA, he's going to be very valuable, you guys. People are going to want to stack him away. So you got to think a little bit further down the road right here. You still get Marvel Mighties to sell later if you're doing it just from what's cheapest. And then you also get Carnage, and the whole thing will repeat itself for Venom. But the cool part is, if you craft, you have the chance to get a really low mint number as well, or something special, which you won't be able to do if you buy in the aftermarket. If you buy Carnage in the aftermarket thinking he's going to be cheaper, and you don't do the whole crafting process, like we've done in the past because of Thanos and other ones that have gone like below the crafting cost. Remember, you will not actually get any chance to get a special mint or anything like that. You'll have to buy the cheapest mint or the most basic mint, off someone in the market. But if that doesn't matter to you, then that's okay too. There's lots of ways to go about this. But let's get to the article review right here. This is the article that we have right here for the actual new drop. There's Carnage as well, like I said. And that's the basic breakdown. Let me just scroll all the way up to the top. I apologize for the loading time because the internet here is not so great, right? But here's the article. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. These characters look really cool as X-Men heroes. I'm really excited about this one particular. I'll tell you what my plan is in just a second, but let's scroll down here. This is January what is it? The Sunday the 7th that this is coming up. This is part 2 and 4 right here. So this is the X-Men Heroes version. Here it is right here. So this is the first one you're going to need. This is Beast. He looks really cool, actually. I'm really happy about how that Marvel Mighty looks. Same thing, 15 gems on the store, 2,600 editions. But what I did with Falcon, because he's kind of in this position, I just bought him in the aftermarket for about 7 gems because somebody dumped them. So I'm going to wait and do the same thing. I'm going to wait and pick up the crafting versions of these guys in the aftermarket off people who dump them for cheap, because I'll follow that pattern. I'm still going to go for the drop, though, to hopefully I land the secret rare. But here's the second one in the crafting materials that we need for sure. This is Storm. This is not her FA, of course, because we have that character actually as a full 3D collectible with animation in the app. 2,600 editions at 15 gems as well. So I'll look to pick both of these up in the aftermarket. That's going to be easy to save me gems on the whole crafting event. Now we've got Cyclops, so this should be really cool. I think his beam is going to look really good. I'm really going to like that, kind of like Icarus. If you remember the Eternals drop right there, he's got the beams coming out of his eyes as well. So we'll see how this one looks for sure. There's 2,200 editions of him, so not super scarce, but that's okay. Then we have Gambit right here, and this one's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. He is a very popular X-Men character. We have his first appearance comic in the app, which I know a lot of people are re-looking at right now. It has high editions because it came a long time ago, but the secret rare on that one looks fantastic as well. But anyway, he looks really good right there. 2,200 editions of him as well. And then, of course, we had Jubilee, and her secret rare in the app as well for her first appearance comic is super cheap. Really disrespected. She's going to have some really cool animations around her fists right there, which look really great, I think. There's 1,500 of her right there, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, the secret rare is Professor X, and it's the same kind of thing as we have with his 3D collectible, which actually did not sell out at the New York City Comic-Con, which I was surprised. But I do have that set with Magneto and Professor X, and I actually have a matching mint number set that I got in the aftermarket. So that's really great. He's the secret rare right there. You can see him, and there's only 900 of him, plus the ones they reduce, right? So my price predictions on these guys, he's going to be probably around 50 to 55 gems right there. I do think that Jubilee and what do you call right here, and Gambit, they're both on the rares. They're also going to be somewhere below retail just a little bit for sure. Probably 13 to 12, even lower than that potentially. I do think Cyclops right here, he's probably going to be the more popular one of the whole set, just to be totally honest. I think he comes in somewhere close to retail as well. But I do think that these guys right here, Storm and Beast, I do think they're going to both be under retail, sub 10 gems. So this is going to be great for the whole crafting experience right here. Beast will probably be the one that stands up about a little bit more. If there's anything like the Scarlet Witch in her first appearance as a Mighty, she's about 13 to 14 gems. He could reach that as well, but I think the Scarlet Witch's animation or her effects around her, like her hands, are a little bit cooler than Beast right here. So you're going to get a chance, in my opinion, to get these guys at cheaper, potentially. Okay, I could be wrong. Maybe they go sky high and the whole thing sells out, but I don't think so. I think you're gonna have a chance to get these crafting, characters for cheaper than you think, which brings the price of crafting Carnage down a bit. Now I do think there's going to be one of these that becomes a bottleneck, kind of like we had with that pencil, that we had with that one Wreck-It Ralph pencil. For some reason, that one, people bought a whole bunch of those to make it a bottleneck. So make sure you get one of these, in the aftermarket for sure. If you're not like, if you're just even thinking about that, I've got two of Falcon, two of the Scarlet Witch. I'm going to get two each of these, and then I'm going to go for the crafting materials when they release, which is that little symbiote tube or whatever. We don't know what it looks like yet, but we know we're going to get that. That one might be the bottleneck right there, is that tube once we get that for sure, right? But I'm going to get two of each. I'm going to try to craft two of all of these because the Mighties are so cool. They look fantastic. And, the Marvel Mighties really do have a Funko Pop feel to them. And as they get better quality and they look a lot better, people are going to want to collect these more and more. And if these sets are getting harder to complete, these Marvel Mighty sets are getting more and more scarce, as time goes on. To complete this set right here and the previous set is not as easy as previous Mighty sets. So if you're a person who collects Mighties, you're going to have a harder time as time goes on to get these full, like every single one of them. Whereas previous ones, there's lots to go around, right? Spider-Man 2099 is still pretty much the #1 Marvel Mighty. Then you follows up with Doctor Doom, and you got the Red Skull and the characters like that have like higher value. But we'll see what happens with these. But I am super stoked, you guys, to get my hands on these guys. If they animate him, I'm not taking any chances. And when we see the concept art for Venom as well, he's going to look really amazing. And then these 4 characters are what you're going to need. We're going to have all 4 now. And then that crafting material is going to come at some point soon afterwards. And then we're going to see, Carnage showing up. It's probably going to take a few weeks, I think. I don't think they're going to release these anytime soon, the crafting materials. But you never know. This could happen pretty quickly. And I'm going to really like the way these Venomized Mighties look. That is going to be a really cool set to own as well. So the whole thing to me seems like a really great thing. Nice and cheap in the store at 15 gems. And of course, the aftermarket on these ones that you need is also cheap right now. We'll see how this goes. I want you guys to let me know what you're doing. Show me your plan. I'm going for 2 of each myself, even if it goes a little bit below what I actually could have bought Carnage for in the aftermarket. I'm still hoping for a special mint, and have Carnage and Venom for myself as an original crafting mint. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to do that. That's my plan. You guys let me know what you think as well. And if you're going for this drop, if you are, good luck. It's a great way to start off 2024, and we'll see what else comes along. Anyway, I will see you soon back in my home studio with all my effects and everything in my background. And Grogu, he's not here on the trip with me, but you guys are. So I'll see you guys online and in the next video for sure. Good luck on the drop. And of course, as always, happy collecting.